Hey y'all, what's up? Let me tell you something. When you have a relationship with God, you'll find He'll give you revelation in anything. Many of you all may know or watch my testimony where God took us from out of the dormitory environment and the shelter that we were living in and moved us into an apartment. This particular apartment is still in the shelter property, okay? But it's for people who are on their way out the door where they're no longer living in the shelter, right? So we still have our own space, our own bed, our own bathroom, our own stove, our own kitchen, all of that good stuff, right? It's a blessing. However, I wanted to go to the park today because I enjoy being outside. I enjoy being outside. I love taking my son outside, right? I love nature. Look, I like being out, right? Looking at me, you women tell that I like hiking and I want to, climb rocks and all that kind of stuff like that. I like that kind of stuff. But anyway, I decided to go out to the park. I get to the park. My son falls asleep. So I go spread out our blanket like I normally do. Many of you may also know that I will go to the park to get peace of mind, to read, to study my Bible, to do my classes, to talk to the Lord, right? It was a space to get away. So I go there today, I put our blanket out, and I go to sit down. As I'm sitting down, I'm realizing, like, my God, it's hot. It's hot in the shade. The flies won't leave me alone. The gnats won't leave me alone. And I remember saying to God a couple weeks prior, like, God, something got to shake. I said, because I can't keep being out here. It's hot out here, and my son is hot, right? And so He blesses us with this apartment. And then I get this revelation that I tried to go back to something that God had delivered me from. He graced me in the moment that I was there, but that grace is lifted. Now He's delivered me to something even better, and now I no longer need to go to the park. I don't have to go to the park out of necessity, yet I went back anyway, trying to get the same outcome that I had previously, and the thing ain't hit. And so that's what I want to encourage somebody today. Don't go back, okay? Don't be the person who thinks that when God delivers you from something, somewhere, somebody, you think that you're going to go back to when that thing going to hit the same. And I'm telling you right now that it ain't. It's not going to hit the same. Tell me why would the Israelites think that when God delivered them out of slavery, when they cried and cried and cried out to God for deliverance, God had a land of milk and honey waiting for them. They said, yeah, no, I think we'd rather go back and endure slavery, right? If God delivers you from something in His mercy, He causes the grace to lift so that you'll move. A lot of times we'll stay stuck in a place, right? So what God does in His mercy is He gives us grace while we're there, right? So it enables you to stay however long He needs you to stay while He's preparing the next place for you. My God. When that grace begins to look, you know what that looks like? You begin to feel unsettled. You feel unhappy. You feel miserable. You feel frustrated. Every little thing gets on your nerves. Everything bothers you, right? There's no peace in your spirit, right? Relationships start breaking down. Things start shifting, right? You start to separate from people. You start separating, disconnecting from people. You start not really showing up mentally and emotionally and spiritually. All those things begin to happen when God's beginning to transition you and to move you to a new place. I'm telling you right now, if God has delivered you from a person, a place, a thing, if God has delivered you from sugar, salt, addictive behaviors, y'all, I'm telling you something right now, don't go back. Do not go back. This is a warning to somebody. I'm going to tell you something right now. All that does is open a door when you go back. You think things are going to be the same, but they're not going to be the same, okay? You're going to end up being let down. You'll be disappointed. And what happens is you begin to get frustrated with God, thinking that God did this to you. He didn't do that to you. God did not tell you to go back, okay? Someone gave a beautiful revelation about the Red Sea, that when it closed down on the enemies, it wasn't just so that God can give them dominion over their enemies, so they would never see those Israelites, never see those Egyptians no more, so the enemy you see today, you will see no more. Not just because of that. Somebody gave a revelation that said, I think it was T.D. Jakes, that said that was also God's mercy to ensure that they didn't try to go backwards the way that they came. That's God's protection from you, because He knows that we want to go back to familiar, we want to go back to what's comfortable. And God says not to move, okay? So I'll tell you something right now. God is calling some of y'all to move. He's calling you to go to new places, new cities, right? New jobs. He's calling you to break up with the guy that you're with, break up with the girl that you're with, right? He's calling, excuse me, I'm walking. He's calling you away from sugar, all those stuff like that. When God breaks that hold off of you, when God moves you, it's for something better. It's always for something better. He's not going to move you to put you in a worse situation. That is not the God that we serve. Okay, so don't go back. I went back to the part thinking it was going to hit the same way it hit before when I needed it. When I needed that peace, when I needed that quiet, that thing hit. But now I got that in the apartment. I got peace and quiet there. So why would I think going back is going to hit the same way as having my apartment? It's not. And it didn't. And that's why I'm walking back. So I'm letting you all know right now, don't go back. It won't hit the same. It won't be the same. It's not going to bless you. It's not going to keep you. The grace has lifted. Recognize the signs and move. Until next time, I love you. Good night. Bye.